welcome to my kitchen. I'm Elena. I am a master recycler who took the class about 3 years ago. And I did a video about a year ago with a little tour of my kitchen, home recycling setup for others who were interested to see. It's fun to see how people have their all their recycling and waste production stuff set up, and I like showing that too. And I hope you'll enjoy seeing it. A little caveat, disclosure before this starts, since I know that this video will be viewed in the zero waste group. I'm not totally zero waste, just low waste. You're going to see a lot of plastic, so if you're a zero plastic family or plastic reducing family, please look away or at least watch with a forgiving eye. I will start off with some of my stuff that I have going in the pantry. I save a lot of containers for little things like sauces, dressings, things like that. I save a lot of my peanut butter jars and things. These are the containers that I bring to restaurants for takeout and bring home leftovers. You'll see a lot of jars that I've saved. We eat a lot of peanut butter. I use a couple different containers in the freezer for scraps. I do fruit and veg scraps for my backyard compost, and I do the rest of the scraps that are going to go out in the green yard debris bin. I guess backyard compost is supposed to just be fruit and vegetable, not grain. I also keep vegetables for making broth. So this is onion skins, carrot tops. I like keeping that. It's a lot easier now when I'm prepping onions and stuff that I don't have to be so careful when I'm cutting. I'm not in such a state trying to conserve all the onion. I save up these things. I'm not sure what I'm even saving these for. Just they're in a lot of stuff. I can't believe how many of these there are. Over here in the main spot for waste and recycling, I've got a large garbage bin, and I try to not put in much that's stinky. If there's anything that's stinky, it goes directly out to the outside garbage. This is my recycling for curbside recycling. It's paper stuff, plastic bottles, tubs, any plastic bottles with a screw top neck that's wider than the base. Or no, I'm sorry, the screw top neck is narrower than the base. And off to the side, I stash any little bits of foil for going into a larger ball, because aluminum foil needs to be in a ball the size of your fist or larger. So I just kind of hang on to that stuff off to the side here with my other random cleaning implement stuff. This would normally be under the sink, but I have a 2-year-old, so it's out of reach up here. These are steel lids, can lids, glass jar lids, beer bottle caps. Anything that a refrigerator magnet would stick to can be collected in here. And once it's relatively full, I'm going to put something, kind of one of the large flat ones, and crimp it shut. Crimp it shut so that the stuff doesn't come out and end up going to the paper mill. See, ready to go into the recycling curbside. This is really full, so that's going out next. I do collect up these things off to the side, and once I have a handful, then I take them out to the outside recycle station that I'm going to show you. I am cleaning and saving and drying a lot of plastic packaging, because now I save plastic packaging for TerraCycle. And this drying rack is one that I made out of a scrap piece of wood and dowels. The dowels just went into holes that I drilled. Kind of looks like a dead bug. So these things are drying because they can't get mailed in unless they're clean and dry. Saving some eggshells for the garden. Kids are going to have fun crunching those up. See if I can get any more romaine lettuce to grow from that. I don't know. I'm really skeptical about that. I did some carrot tops. It grew flowers, but it didn't grow more carrots. I think those are biennial. Anyways, got my beans going. Gonna make minestrone soup. Let's go out and look at the garage now. Let's see, I'll show you all this stuff in just a second. Just wanted to show over here that I set aside things that I'm planning to give away on Buy Nothing group. Just kind of like to save that up. I do save up some things that can go in curbside recycling, but these can be reused by other people. I just gave away a stack of about 20 of these. Chickens are starting to lay, and some neighbors are wanting some stuff for preschoolers maybe. For tearing up to put into my compost. I've given jars away in the past to other people who are wanting to reuse jars. Just outside the garage door, this was the door to the kitchen. So this is where we just came out. Just outside the door, I bring out stretchy plastic film. The resource for what's allowed in this collection is plasticfilmrecycling.org. That scrunches down really well. I like keeping it in a hard-sided container. I am saving up dead batteries and any kind of bulbs. IKEA collects this stuff, so I can take that there. Or to the Metro transfer facility. Flat lids and plastic caps. So plastic lids and plastic caps can go in here. This is kind of a little drying rack. Ends up being kind of a drying rack because I don't want to save up anything in here that's wet. I'm saving up dental stuff because TerraCycle will accept it at no charge. I think that's a sponsored collection that they do. This is what's new to me now, is the TerraCycle collection. This is what it looks like when you order one of these. It's not free. This was something that I ordered when they had a sale price on it. So normally like $112, and I may have spent $91. That's a huge sticker shock. I get it. However, when I get out to the trash, I'll tell you what I'm spending on trash, so you'll see how it pencils out. But I opted for the plastic packaging waste, which accepts a lot of the additional plastic packages that we're ending up bringing home. This is the other disclosure about the waste and not being zero waste, is that we are budget shopping, and I do a lot of my grocery shopping at Grocery Outlet and Trader Joe's, and they don't have very many zero waste options. So I am bringing home a fair amount of food that's got plastic packaging that's not allowable in the curbside recycling. So for me to use this option reduces the amount of waste that I'm sending to landfill without me having to spend an extra $100 a month doing my grocery shopping at high-end retailers such as New Seasons, where I would end up spending a lot of extra money just to accomplish the zero waste goal. So this is the second of these boxes that I've ordered. The first one, I spent about 6 months filling it up. I just put it on the scale before mailing it out to see how much plastic I sent, and it was 16 pounds worth. And I was able to fit that much because I make sure that anything I put in there, I flatten, squish it super flat. That way this is very, very densely packed when I mail it in. So that's the TerraCycle box. Just outside the kitchen door, we've got glass for curbside recycling, and this, I just do kind of a general collection that when this fills up, I take it over to our other recycling area where we have our other stuff. So that you can see this stuff. This is also in the garage. I do deposit containers, which is beer bottles. It's lots of beverage containers now. We don't buy very many bottled beverages. It's part of trying to reduce our waste. So it's mostly just beers. And then this tall box was something that someone was giving away on Buy Nothing, and I think I intended to save a lot of stuff in it, but right now it's just a burnt out bulb. I have one general large box for collecting stuff before sorting it, so that I can, when I'm feeling lazy about it, I can just bring all this other stuff out and chuck it in. Like these, the beer cans go into the green bin, and anything else in here goes in here. Then when I have some time and I'm feeling like it, I can sort into these other categories. Now these were categories where I saved the info sheet from PlanetCon, where they had really great instructions for what categories they're collecting for and how to prepare this stuff. So plastic caps need to be clean, everything needs to be clean, there can't be labels on things. So when I sort this stuff out, I can do it according to the system. I don't have any lids in here because someone on Buy Nothing wanted flat lids, but otherwise I've got number 2 plastics, number 5 plastics, a little bit of styrofoam. My number 6 is pretty full. A lot of this is from packaged cookies. It's a guilty pleasure. I am breastfeeding right now and have a high demand for calories. And caps. Here's something fun for the toddler to play with. But that would be acceptable at PlanetCon. So that is all the categories of the recycling. And then the last thing to show is garbage. This is the 35-gallon garbage, which is just about full. This is set for on-call pickup, and the last time I had garbage picked up was first week of January, and it is now the end of March, close to the end of March, so I'm about ready to have them pick up. I think I'm going to have them pick up tomorrow. So that's how much actual hard waste we're throwing out. Thank you very much for doing the tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching all the way through.